What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Germ, one half of Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Each and every Friday, Queen Germ and myself drop an episode to show the people how Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Now, we're not like most married couples. Most of the time we disagree, but that's the beauty of the show. So, when you get through listening to Sparrows on the Review, come give us a listen. Each and every Friday on any DSP, go look for Pod and Saved Our Marriage.
I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.
Well, let me tell you what happened, and this is crazy. I don't like to spend money on Netflix. Netflix cost me $15.49 plus the extra tax on it, and the reason that I grabbed it was for one movie in particular, and that movie is Godzilla Minus One. And the whole deal for me grabbing this was that it was a dubbed copy. I knew that this movie was 100% Japanese copy, and I wasn't going to go to Walmart and buy this movie and spend that $15 on it or $20 on it, because I knew that it was not from the normal Godzilla universe. It was from the actual Godzilla universe. It's an actual Godzilla movie, so it's not Americanized or anything like that. It was all Japanese based, so the translation for us was kind of different. Give me your take real quick, Stacy.
So I'll keep going on the translation. I thought that it was weird. Like the voices, like I understand that, you know, they did what they did and they redid the sounds and they did it in English, and I know that there's going to be a difference, but I felt like I would have connected better with it if they had more of a what's the nationality?
They're Japanese.
Okay, I feel like it would have made more sense and brought me in to it to pay more attention if they would have had more of a Japanese accent.
Okay, and I can go with that.
Because to me, it was like they were speaking in Japanese in the original language, but it was like the U.S. people were speaking, so it just, if you don't have the right attention span, it's like, oh, my brain's going to go 10 different ways and this isn't going to match up.
Right. And some of the dubbing was done properly, and then some of it wasn't done properly. So the mouth connection this far along with technology, I thought would be a little bit better. Right. So that's one thing I want to throw there. So let's just get into the meat of this. This is going to be one of our quick episodes. This is about Godzilla, but we're going to talk about a few other topics in this one. So Please, let's go through Godzilla real quick. This is not your typical Godzilla, so that's my warning I'm going to give to you. If you are not a fan of Godzilla, not the MonsterVerse. The MonsterVerse is where you get these Americanized movies, the King Kong.
So like the Godzilla versus Kong movies are what you're talking about,
yes.
The MonsterVerse. Okay.
So that's a totally different arena.
Right. I think those are the ones that I'm used to seeing.
Right. That's all you see.
Right.
And then there was another Americanized version of Godzilla in the late 90s, early 2000s. But whenever we put our touch on it, it's different than Japan.
Right.
So we sat here and we watched this movie. And this movie, we had to watch in 3 instances. This was one of the most... This is not Oppenheimer bad, but this movie was painful. It
was very painful because the first time we picked it up, it was late in the evening and we were both tired anyways, but we thought it would be a decent movie just to watch. And the downfall for me is the parts where you just had the talking. It was harder for me to concentrate and pay attention to what was going on. But whenever it came to the action, it was like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad. I can understand why it's doing really good. And again, it could have been because of the language difference. Like I said, if it was more of closer to the original, maybe I would feel a little bit differently.
Right. And let me clarify that when she's saying original, she's used to the MonsterVerse.
No. Like, I mean, I have a very country accent sometimes.
Right.
So whenever you can't pull up a Western movie and have somebody speak Japanese to translate it, because it's not going to translate properly. That's what I'm trying to express. Like when we watch, it's a Japanese film, so I expected to have the accent, like you were from there.
So you basically an Asian American sound.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
but I feel like it was completely white.
Right, and not to be stereotypical of anybody, because everybody likes subs, dubs, or just like personally.
This is my first movie ever that I've seen that has been translated.
Okay,
like
so that's crazy.
So maybe that's why it was so different for me.
And I go back to a time me and Stacy actually did watch a movie. We watched 2 movies in Japanese actually,
but they weren't translated.
They just had subtitles.
They had subtitles, yeah.
Yeah, so I think for our next experience with a movie, I know it's harder to do subtitles, but the subtitles will definitely be something that I will go back to because
because with subtitles with me though, I want to read the words and then I miss what's happening on the screen.
So you have a lot of dilemmas then.
I do, and it's all personal issues. Like it's just the way that I'm used to watching TV and movies, and this movie was over 2 hours long. And to me, I don't have the attention span to sit there and watch it all the way through when it's not something that I'm passionate about.
Now, to finish up this review, this is how I'm just going to throw this in there. There was accumulated amounts of Godzilla time over the 2-hour movie. There was only 35 minutes of Godzilla in the whole movie.
So that's why it was such a struggle for me.
In this count, you can do it very simple because you can see the instances where he's in this movie, if he's a he or she or whatever he is. And in this one, he was more of a Loch Ness dragon monster to me than the powerful one that you see in the other series, and his charging powers were different, but I like the way they were accented in this movie because you've seen him charge up. It wasn't like just a quick boom because you beat me up a few times. When you angered this beast, he's going to hit you with the blue charge.
Right. So like you said, we started it and stopped it 3 different times. But each time we would get a little bit more action, and I did enjoy that part. I thought it was a very good movie overall. It was very well done. I can see why you said it won quite a few awards and stuff like that. Yeah, it won
an Academy Award for visual arts.
Okay, and I can see why.
Right, and I could definitely go with the visual arts part because Godzilla in this one, he's good in the other one, but this one, I almost felt like he was kind of real. And he's computer generated, but he seemed more lifelike.
Yeah.
And you've seen his eyes. You've seen the passion when he was ready to kill them in the water. The water went past him, and you could tell that he was on a mission.
Yeah. So the one thing that I didn't like, or maybe a couple of things that I didn't like, there was no backstory.
None.
Like, why was he attacking? What happened? What pissed him off?
Right.
Why did he go to Tokyo? Is that where they were?
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yeah, what was his obsession?
What caused him to do that?
Yeah, what was his obsession with coming to the mainland? So that didn't get.
So was it because